NIC ecosystem is much broader, and it's exciting to be able to be, part of that research. So we are talking about the 2024 NIC Spring Conference in Dallas at the Omni Dallas, the first week of March. So we are super excited for that.
Let's talk a little bit about what we should expect about the conference.
I'm going to say the core things that a NIC conference brings. Obviously, the convening power of people coming together. We know that there is always a lot of really important, valuable, powerful meetings. So the networking will still be there. So we bring a wide variety of touch points depending on whether, again, you're there for some scheduled meetings or informal networking, to really wanting to stay on top of what's evolving in our space. And then diving into the, hot topics of, value-based care arrangements. What are we seeing in active adult? The ongoing middle market conversation. So the expanse of topics is broad, but pretty poignant given the times.
I know this is a really hard question to ask, right? Because your official line is, well, they're all great. But if there were like two sessions that you think are the most important, what do you think that would be?
Okay, that's really hard. Yes, it's like having to pick among your children of what you like the best. Okay, so call me biased, but I'm going to say the kickoff session on the main stage, it's our research session. And it's not all NIC, so let me just tee that up as to what it is. And it's really launching the conference, and really is meant to tee up really the rest of the session. So as you probably have followed NIC, we conduct a number of our own research studies and so forth, but then we also partner with some pretty powerful groups and institutions. So I will be a part of the opening general session along with our partners from NORC at the University of Chicago, the Milken Institute, and the Harvard Joint Center for Seniors Housing. So we've got those heavy hitters up there talking about, what are we seeing? And the really exciting thing too is we will be releasing at the conference in conjunction with that session the latest findings from the NORC at the University of Chicago, and it's a study on longevity. It's some pretty impactful things, and is really going to, I think, help move the needle with some interesting conversations and positioning within the senior housing care space.
I think the activities and purposeful living are the places where I continue to believe we have great opportunity to really make a difference.
You can do a deep dive into data, health outcomes for innovation. Again, a lot of the middle market stuff and case studies and how people are doing it, and you can ask questions. That's just a learning environment that can be pretty rich as well. So they do overlap. So we're going to have, for those people that say, hey, I want to be in that big session, or that time slot that works for me, but that one I want to go, and I want to, be raising my hand and having some interactive dialogue. I'm going to hit the innovation, lab session for, whatever topics. It's insights into action. And I think that insights into action really positions us to say, okay, where do we need to be moving forward? How do we see 2024 playing out? How can we use some of the research studies from NORC to advance some of these big things in a meaningful way in the sector? So the insights into action is really how, it's a theme in writing, but it's really how we're trying to position the conversation while we're all together.